And perhaps you don't realise it's happening more and more often. So you buy an item in the shops or online. It could be a burger or, say, for example, new bathroom tiles. And then the price comes and you're told at the till or online what the price is, and you're asked to round up your payment to the nearest pound. The reason being that little excess will be given to charity.
Yeah, so it's known as micro donations. It's a common method of fundraising being used by many retailers. And Ben's been taking a look at it. And I guess, with all things, the numbers stack up.
They do. This is the modern equivalent of, remember those charity shaker pots you used to get at the tills? This is basically a modern-day upgrade to that. Let me explain what's going on. Yeah, now we're using cash less and less. Charities have had to find new ways to get your spare change. We're talking about micro donations. You've probably seen it. You scan your goods at the self-checkout, for example, and then before you pay, a message like this pops up asking you for a small donation by rounding up to the nearest pound. And it's becoming quite common. Various retailers are taking part in schemes like this. Supermarkets, clothes shops, fast food chains, even some garages too. And despite the cost of living crisis, there's been a huge increase in charity donations this way in the last few years. More than 36.5 million micro donations were made last year. That is up 72% from 2019. Why? Well, research shows that we are more likely to give a little more often. In fact, the average donation is just 23 pence, but it all adds up. Sophie Long has been to see what a difference it can make.
She was super cute.
Maria's daughter Ellie was just 15 when they learned she had Hodgkin's lymphoma, a rare form of cancer.
That's around the same kind of time.
Despite intensive treatment, she died just over 2 years later. But Ellie loved Christmas, and her last one was magical.
It was just a dream come true. It made her last Christmas really special. So her last memory was of that incredible. It wasn't even a moment. It was, you know, it was 4 weeks after we did that. She actually passed away 4 weeks later. So I think we switched off the lights on the house that day.
Make-A-Wish UK, the charity that brought such joy to Ellie and her family, benefits from micro-donations. The concept of so-called micro-donations is nothing new. Hiya. There used to be a lot more of these about, where you could put your loose change. Now, the process has been digitised, so when you pay by card, it'll ask you if you want to make a donation by rounding up. So far, it seems to be having the desired effect and boosting the income of charities who are losing out due to the fact that fewer people are carrying cash.
If every UK adult donated equivalent of a chocolate truffle just once a week, that would be £1 billion of incremental money for the UK charity sector. And that's still only a fraction, a tiny, tiny percent of all the total card transactions. So I believe microdonations is incredibly sustainable, but it's all about choice for the consumers to click if they want to donate.
Others, though, are more sceptical and think the current boost for charities could be a bubble that might just burst.
The danger, I think, is that people start to resent this ask every time they pay for anything. If there's no alternative, if you're going to a petrol station and you need petrol, it just becomes a slight resentment.
There are mixed feelings about micro-donations on the streets of London.
It's annoying. If you want to donate, you donate when you want to, and those just aggravating, adding to my rush to get out of there.
I think it's absolutely fine. It doesn't impact my life whatsoever. Yeah. I think it's a nice cause, and if you're up to it, like, go for it.
And if you're able to donate, just go for it. I personally donate my own money on my own time for like St. Jude's or whatever, but I typically will never donate in the store.
So cute.
But for Maria, whose family has felt the impact micro-donations can have, they can only be a positive thing.
Make-A-Wish was so important because they gave us hope at a time when there wasn't any. So by Make-A-Wish giving us that moment, it brought us together at a family at the most crucial time of Ellie's journey, and that's something we'll never forget.
Sophie Long, BBC News, London.
We'd love to hear from you on this. Have you started donating in this way? Does it make you more likely to contribute to charity? Get in touch in all the usual ways. Details on the screen for you now. If you're going to get in touch via WhatsApp, please leave us your name so we can give you a mention. Naga.